A very good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are safe and fine at home. This is a very challenging time for all of us. You all know we are facing this problem of coronavirus, and that's why school is locked down, everything is locked down, and we are staying home. But yes, just to ensure that your study doesn't suffer, we are offering you videos, we are offering you the study material. We will be talking to you time to time so that you get to cover your first term syllabus and you are able to study a bit at home. There are a few things I would like to suggest you before I begin with novel which I'm going to begin the first chapter, Black Beauty. I want to instruct you few things. Stay home, stay safe. Don't touch your face with your hands. Wash your hands as many number of times. I mean minimum 6 to 7 times a day, especially before having meals, before eating something. Help your parents. This time servants are on leave. We cannot afford to have any help at home. So please help your mothers, help your family members. Do your work yourself. Have some routine. It's very important to have some routine. Work out, do some exercise, do some outdoor activity so that you stay active and fit and your immunity is strong. So, my dear students, I'll be beginning with the novel Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. As you all know, this novel is about a horse. Now, this is a very interesting novel. The best part about it is you will come to know while reading this novel that horses have feelings too. Anna Sewell, for her entire life, she was so much interested in knowing the life and feelings and emotions, the way the horses work. She has done a lot of research, she has done a lot of writings on horses only. And in this novel, Black Beauty, this Black Beauty, as the name suggests, this novel is basically about a horse who was black in color, and with love and affection, everybody used to call him a Black Beauty. This is a very interesting story, probably a sad one too, because it's not a set of all the pleasant experiences this horse had, but it's a set of pleasant and unpleasant. In fact, the real life of a horse, how a horse goes about, how a horse is sold from one master to another, and what are their feelings, how they go about it, what they feel. Everything is so clearly mentioned in this novel. The best part is this entire novel is narrated. You know what is narration? Narration is when somebody tells you his story. So this story, this entire novel is narrated by the Black Beauty himself. He himself is telling us what all he went through. So there are two chapters in your syllabus for the first term. First chapter is My Early Years and the second is Joe Green. I'll be reading one page of first chapter. I will be explaining. I will be giving you para-wise explanation of the chapter, and then I will be asking you. I want you to study so that you come to know what I have taught you. And in the next video, I will be proceeding further, but I will be sending you the word meanings. I have already sent you the question answers, but we will again, if you find it like you have not understood anything, I will try to explain my best possible way I can. So I'll be beginning with the novel. The first chapter is My Early Years. The novel is by Anna Sewell, and she has tried to narrate this entire novel in Black Beauty's own words. So Black Beauty is mentioning, as the title suggests us, My Early Years. So this is the time when Black Beauty, this horse, was a very young child. He was a colt. When you read the first paragraph, it says, I was a young colt. Colt means a child of a horse. So in the first para, he mentions that where he lived. The first paragraph clearly tells us that he lived in a very green big field with the pond in the middle and so beautiful trees all around the field. If you can imagine, so it's a big field full of grass and it has a pond in the middle and it has trees all around the field, and he used to live there with his master, whom we call master, the owner of the horse. This term will be used again and again in the novel. Master is the owner of the horse. So this green field where this Black Beauty lives, he lives with his mother. That is what we come to know in the first paragraph itself. In fact, we come to know that when he was a young horse, he lived with his mother. And where he lived in a big green field which was surrounded by green trees all around, and it had a pond in the middle. On the one side was the house of the master who owned him and his mother. And in the second paragraph, what he says how he used to pass his time there. What was his time? What was his routine? What all he used to do in the field? He used to play with his mother, and there were other horses also. So the master had his mother, himself, and he had other horses too. So this Black Beauty, this horse used to play with so many horses. He used to play with his mother. They used to run together, they used to play together, just like children, as you play with your friends. Black Beauty says when he was a child, he used to play with his friends. He used to play with other horses. He used to play and run with his mother. Since his field was full of green trees, and whenever they used to feel tired, they would stand under the shade of the tree. So this was a very pleasant time. So as children grow, they get naughty also. So this Black Beauty also they used to kick at each other when they're playing. Then Black Beauty's mother, what was the name of the mother? The name of the mother of this horse was Duchess. So Duchess would call him close, just the way your mothers call you close and correct you. Don't do this. This is not right thing. You should not be hitting anyone. You should not be fighting with anyone. So Duchess would call Black Beauty and tell him, no, you should never kick at anybody. Even if somebody kicks at you, you should not kick at anybody. So she would instruct him that having good manners are very, very important. We keep telling you, my dear children, that you must have good manners, you should speak well, you should behave well, we should not fight with anyone, we should never argue with anyone. Similarly, Black Beauty says his mother Duchess would call him close and would tell him, don't kick at anybody. You should never kick at anybody. She said, these are good horses, but they don't have good manners. Manners, what are manners? I keep telling you in the class also that manners are very, very, very important part of someone's personality. So be it an animal, be it a human being, they all have manners. Manners are their habits, the way they lead their life, the way they talk to others, the way they behave, the way they deal with others. These are called manners. So she said, yes, they are very good horses you play with, but they don't have good manners. So you should not kick at them, you should not fight with them. You should have all the good manners. So in the next paragraph, what does she says? He says, Black Beauty. So the mother is instructing and she's telling that you should be a good horse. And Duchess, Black Beauty's mother, and Black Beauty, they both were their master's favorite, as we have favorite people. So they were the horses, their master loved them because they were very good horses. Duchess was a very, very wise horse. She was very intelligent, and she would time to time keep instructing his son, don't do this, do the right thing, do the good thing. So that way they both were very favorite to the master. So in the next para, what she says that it is important to have good manners. And his name was not Black Beauty in the first chapter. This name was given to him later on. What everybody used to call him there when he was a young horse, people used to call him Darky. His master used to call him Darky. Why Darky? This horse, Black Beauty, he was all black in color. So his complexion was dark. It was all black. But he had a very interesting black star on his forehead, and his one foot was white. And everybody used to call him Black Beauty. But because of his dark complexion, this name was given to him later on. In this first chapter, his master used to call him Darky. Now the Darky says, at the age of 4, when he turned 4 years old, what happens? So his master sells him to someone else. So this is a very painful story about horses, that they cannot choose their master. They have to live with whosoever buys them, whosoever sells them. So he sold when he was 4 years old. Whom is he sold? Though he doesn't go far away, but he was sold to Squire Gordon, a person who lived close to their field. He also had a big farmhouse, big field, close to the field he was living in. So he was sold to Squire Gordon. And in the beginning of May, someone from Squire Gordon's home comes and takes the Black Beauty to the field. Now with this all the fun and enjoyment activities of his childhood with his mother comes to an end, that he is to say goodbye to his mother. His mother is not going to go with him. His mother has to stay with the old master. Only Black Beauty is sold. Only Darky is sold to the new master. Now the new master tells him, Darky, you be a good horse. Wherever you're going, you should be a very good horse. And the last words of Darky's mother were that remember. She tells him, remember. Now this is a lesson his mother gives him. You may not get, this master was very good. You may not get good masters everywhere. Your masters will be cruel also, they will be good also. Whatsoever they are, you should always do your best. So this is the suggestion his mother gives him, that he should always perform his best, give his best, and do his duties the best possible way. So today I want you to go through this first page of My Early Years. I'm sending you the word meanings also along with it. Go through it word to word, and in the next video I will be sharing the later part of this chapter. We will be meeting soon again, my dear children. Please study, have your routine. I'll be meeting you again and again. Thank you so much.